Welcome to an all-new location on the couch. I wonder what this thing is anyways. Oh, hi everyone. As you can see, I am at a brand new location here on the couch because I like to change it up every now and then, and I thought, you know what, we're going to spend a month or so here. This will be my new place. So, April Fools! If you didn't guess that, you probably did because of the title, but I thought I might as well give it a try. But yeah, this is just a temporary location. Most episodes are going to occur on the other couch. This isn't even actually a couch, this is just a seat. But anyways, after playing my perfect April Fool's Day prank on you guys this year, it got me thinking about April Fool's Day pranks and some of my favorite. And, you know, a lot of these you've probably heard about, but I'm going to go ahead and share them anyways because, you know, on this show we like to talk about things, and we just talk. That's what we do. And, you know, I'm going to do my best on this episode not to play any pranks on you all. I'm just going to, I think that I need to be intelligent on this subject and not mess with you all at all. So that is what I'm going to be doing on this episode. No pranks. Richard Nixon is often regarded as our worst president, maybe second only to Andrew Jackson. And some say he was good to begin with, but then the whole Watergate scandal. And regardless of what you think about him, clearly his reputation is not good today. And that was why people were shocked when on a national public radio show, Talk of the Nation, it was announced that Richard Nixon was running for a second term. And people were calling in and they were complaining until it was finally revealed that the whole thing had just been a prank. And according to them, if Richard Nixon was to run a second term, his slogan would be, "I didn't do anything and I'm not going to do it again." Which actually is kind of what all presidents' motto is, isn't it? I am actually a big fan of the YouTube April Fool's Day pranks. I like the one where they had you go to a video and you would immediately be transported to the Rick Astley "Never Going to Give You Up" song, which is actually kind of my jam. And then, well, I kind of like their Snoopavision thing, but I didn't think it was really that great. It was probably one of their weaker pranks, but I still like that one kind of too. But my own personal favorite one was when you would go to a YouTube video and basically your screen was turned upside down. And YouTube was explaining that this was going to be their new formula, and that if you wanted to view it, you had two choices. You could hang your computer monitor from the ceiling, or you could stand on your head. Okay, so a lot of these are April Fool's Day pranks, but this one was actually a mistaken April Fool's Day prank. Taco Bell announced that they were going to rename the Liberty Bell the Taco Liberty Bell because they had gotten the rights to it. So there was outcry, people were calling in, and a lot of people thought that this might be an April Fool's Day prank because it had fallen on April Fool's Day. But no, actually, Taco Bell had bought the rights to the Liberty Bell, and that is why today we know the Liberty Bell as the Taco Liberty Bell. And if you don't believe me, I have left a link in the description. You can go take a look at that yourself and just check the information. Okay, to the people listening to this today, this isn't going to sound very realistic. But actually, in Britain during this time, a lot of people bought it because, you know, they didn't know too much about spaghetti. But anyways, the BBC reported that people in Switzerland actually harvested spaghetti, and they showed the spaghetti harvesting process. It was meant to be educational. And a lot of people started phoning in, asking, how can I grow my own spaghetti tree? And the BBC, being the pranksters they are, simply phoned in saying, well, just put a can of tomato sauce in the ground and hope for the best. Now we come to my own personal favorite April Fool's Day prank. And this one, unlike most of the entries on this list, was not done by a corporation. So the people of Sitka, Alaska woke up one morning to find that a plume of smoke was rising from Mount Edgecombe, and the people were all terrified. They thought that maybe it was going to erupt, and finally a Coast Guard flew up on a helicopter, and he's looking down on the mountaintop. And he's stunned by what he sees for a moment, but then he realizes it, and he chuckles to himself. For there, in spray paint, is the words, April Fools. And it turns out this man by the name of Porky had burned a bunch of tires, about 200 of them, causing the smoke to rise. And he had waited a couple of years, actually, for the right weather for this prank to work. But anyways, surprisingly, this prank also met with positive reception. Everyone thought it was just a great joke, and even the Coast Guard wasn't mad about it. And years later, when Mount St. Helens erupted, Porky actually got an email which said, "Now you've gone too far." You know, I in my time have committed quite a few April Fool's Day pranks. I always remember the time that I put shredded paper on a ceiling fan, and then when my family was sitting in the living room, I turned it on and it looked like it was snowing. And then this other time, I put an alarm clock in my parents' room, and at 2 o'clock in the morning it started ringing, and my parents woke up and were trying to find it, and when they eventually found it, the paper with the words April Fools was written on it. And then this other time, I put on this like really crazy voice, it sounded kind of like that, and my mom answered the phone and she wondered who was calling her, and then eventually I revealed that it was just me. You know what? Maybe we could actually play an April Fool's Day prank. Go to my sister's Facebook page and just like write some kind of like April Fool's Day prank. You know, not anything dirty or violent or anything, just something funny, you know. Yeah. You know, this actually could really backfire on me. I mean, I might get into some trouble with her. Oh, what the hell? She's my sister. Go ahead and do it.